I'm really lost in our conversation.
Sorry, guys. I do this. This is what I kind of do. We've talked to them before in like person, and this is what kind of happens. It's like a rabbit hole. The half hole.
What?
The half hole. It's just like you just go deep. No. You kept that one. Yeah, first.
No, that's going in the title.
Yeah, that'll be the title of this episode. The half hole goes deep.
Far from
With
perfect.
Yeah, that's what she said.
I did say it.
We are back with another episode of On the Porch with From Porch Music.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
We are stoked to have our friend on the podcast today. Another friend, that is.
Mm-hmm.
We chatted with Alberta-based punk rock turned country artist, Amy Heff.
Amy Heff. It was a fun conversation. We learned a lot of interesting things about Amy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for instance, she's related to Madonna.
She doesn't have the paperwork to prove it, but we're going to take her word for it.
Yeah, we are taking her word for it. This is like definitely not sourced.
No.
Confirmed.
She's also related to Lisa Leblanc.
Two icons,
You
could say.
We also talked about her journey in LA, changing over to the country scene and how welcoming and
just the
connected it is.
The difference between the pop world and the country world, specifically in Canada as well.
Yeah. We did talk about what it's like being a mom for the first time, and surprise, she got a 2-for-1. She has cute little twins with her wife.
That was a great conversation. Here's our chat with Amy Heff.
Coming to us from the snowy Alberta.
Yeah.
Is our friend Amy Heff. How cold are you in this moment?
It's actually warming up to a balmy -7 today, so feeling good.
It's colder here.
Wait, shit, it is colder
Yeah,
here.
it was, but the -40 wave we had, things weren't working very well, and yeah.
No, was the heat in your house working?
Yeah, but my neighbors, we live in a fourplex. Our neighbors next door, had no heat, and yeah, like it was a little too close to home for that. So, yeah.
So did you cut a hole in the wall and share yours?
No, we kept that to ourselves. That's like our heat. Get a hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have two. Yeah, you have two babies to keep warm
Exactly.
too.
They take a lot of heat.
So needy.
They
Children
are
are so needy.
They need you all the time. Like
you're still a fairly new mom, right? So tell us about parent life.
Oh, it's a journey, everybody. It's a journey, and yeah, my wife and I had identical twin girls. I guess 15 months now. They're already 15 months. It just blink, it's gone. That much, a chunk of my life is just gone.
It's a blur at this rate.
Honestly, the last 15 months, you haven't missed too much.
Yeah. I've been watching from afar, popping in here and there.
That's funny.
It's an amazing thing, like, to love something so much and just like also be like, how is this me? Like, how are they depending on me? Also, like, and having twins is a whole other thing.
That sounds very overwhelming.
Yeah, we had one of them had a little splinter in her foot, and we thought we got it all out, but we didn't, and so it kind of grows over a little bit. So we went to the doctor and just took one. The other one stayed with grandma, and we were out with just one kid. We're like, oh, is this what it feels like? We're like, should we go do things? Like, just one? We're like, we could do anything. And then the one kid would just having the time of her life. Just 2 moms to herself. Yeah.
With twins, there's just like power in numbers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Gang up.
Yeah, it is pretty special to watch, but sometimes I wish it was a little bit from afar. But here I am, first row.
In the thick of it.
I love my baby.
I think that's normal.
Yeah,
that's totally normal.
I feel good, especially when you expect to have one child and you're like, oh, we're getting 2 for the price of 1.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Roll.
Let's do this. Get it over with. Rip the Band-Aid off. Yeah.
So let's introduce yourself to our listeners. Why don't you tell us a bit about yourself, where you started, and how music kind of intertwined into your life.
Absolutely, yeah. I was in the pop rock world for many years. I I'm originally a drummer. I started drumming at 11 years old, and
I don't think I knew that.
yeah, and I that was my first instrument. My first baby is drumming, and then I went to a Bible school, um, hoping to pray the gay away, but it didn't work, and ended up getting picked up by a Christian artist to drum for her, and I drummed for 3 years across North America, and then I was always writing and playing guitar, and I wanted to kind of pursue that a little bit more. So I ended up moving to LA. I went to a music school out there, and my two brothers live in LA as well, and so my one of them does music, so we started writing and working together, and started just coming up with albums and albums of pop rock stuff. And then COVID hit, and I was back in Calgary, and I met a manager that wanted me to come in the country world and try some of these songs. And I always wanted to do that. I'm from Saskatchewan and grew up in Fort Mac, so it's country music was always a big part of the
Yeah.
like the working class, and always a good time, like back to
Yeah.
a pickup truck and road pops. So I started diving into the country music world, and yeah, here I am, and I'm loving it. Like the community is so different than any kind of genre of music, I think, and it's really kind of beautiful to be a part of, and you don't feel so isolated. Not that you're super isolated in other genres, but it is a little bit of a different community, and it's hard to explain until you're kind of in it. And so I've been doing this. I put my new single out just here in January, and yeah, I'm excited to get that going again and get some shows and stuff for the summer. And yeah, I'm really happy to be part of this community, and be doing these songs. And I'll probably still do some pop stuff in between, and I kind of call it genre fluid. And
I saw that on your Instagram, and I was like, you would. You would.
Yeah.
Is the pop world more like every man for himself, or every artist for themselves, kind of?
Yeah,
or,
a little bit like that. I think everybody's just trying to, a lot of it's like about image, and you're always trying to top, or like there's a lot of stealing too, and which is fine. It's everybody steals from everybody. Everybody's that's like looks and kind of music,
Okay.
sounds. And
is there more like trends you have to? Is it that you like are really influenced to follow? Is that why maybe?
Yeah. I think it is. It's a very competitive. It's very young too. It's a very targeted to younger, generation, and I find like country's a little bit more broad, and
Definitely.
yeah. And a little bit
I'm
more
often
about music.
because, like, the country world, at least in Canada, like there's associations in every single province, and of course the national associations as well, that artists kind of congregate around and get to know each other through there. It doesn't seem like the pop world really has that same kind of community.
No, there's no like rock, or pop, association. It's country association, and then the CCMAs or the Alberta Country Music Awards. There's no like, it's all kind of together, like say like the Junos, or there's not really like a focused thing. The only genre really is country music that has their own awards, their own associations.
I didn't believe you when you first said that to me, and I was like, yes, they do. Everybody has this stuff, and it's like they don't.
You'll have like a local, like Calgary, like Alberta music, and then you'll have your own associations there, but that's more broad. But that's it. It's not like a focused genre. Only country.
It's like
it's only.
And you don't have enough in common with those people to like the shared experience is a little more broad, right?
Yeah, but I do wish there was like not like so much for just like one genre, but I do think that it is nice when like say country or pop would come together, and like yes, there's like Junos, but a lot of like independent artists don't go to the Junos or all that kind of stuff. Is like having people come from other worlds and getting to know, and like there's a lot of people say like in in Calgary that I wouldn't be hanging out with because of different genre. You know, when you focus on one genre, you're not really crossing paths as much.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
you know, I think that's gonna be kind of how music's kind of going with all the streaming and everything, and like how your playlist can have a ton of different styles on people. People are not listening just to one style so much, and I think I'm hoping that'll kind of there'll be more crossover. Kind of a artist wants to try a country song, or an artist that's doing country wants to try to do a pop rock song, and that's okay.
Mhm.
Like you're not cheating on your genre. Yeah.
We're kind of seeing it a little bit with some of the like some really big artists.
Yeah.
But like Train into Neil Towns, that's a mashup.
Right, that was
Right?
a mashup for sure. That was a surprise. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's cool. It's
Really
cool
cool,
when you
yeah.
see that kind of stuff, right? So
It
it's
kind of
very
brings
interesting.
two worlds together, you know, and like
Yeah.
yeah, it's a nice way to build and a nice way to grow your audience and grow as an artist. I think it's if you are for me personally, I like to do different things when it's to kind of stretch a little bit, you know, and push what you can do. Try this, try that, and if it sounds good, it's working. If it doesn't, it's not working. And a good
Yeah.
song's a good song, and it doesn't really matter genre. But yeah, it's for now. I'm doing the country thing, and I'm loving it. So here I am.
Yay. Here you
Here.
are. I want to talk more. Can we go back to LA and your time? And how long
Yeah.
were you there for? How much time did you spend?
I was there off and on probably for over 10 years,
Mhm.
back and forth.
Okay.
It was like kind of Lady Gaga time when she was playing little clubs and stuff like that. And a friend of mine, he just started working with her, and so we'd get to go meet her and see her in these little clubs. Now he's actually her full-time manager. But yeah, she
What
kept
the
him
hell?
that long. So yeah, we had like that stuff, like seeing Katy Perry, Robin, like all these like cool artists in these little clubs, and it's such a inspiration, kind of like fun little space at the time, and yeah.
Interesting. What an interesting time to be there too, because pop music changes obviously.
Yeah.
But this like very fun, light pop music that's been so like what's the word I'm trying to say? Prevalent, I guess. But I mean like it's been like at the top. Like that's the soundtrack to my teenage years.
Right?
Freaking Katy Perry and
Yeah.
you got to be in the thick of that experience. That's so cool.
It's very
Like how does that
inspiring. Yeah, it was very inspiring to
and
be a part of that.
influential, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really helped me like step up my game a lot, you know, when you see these firsthand, and like and that I think that's kind of like the last kind of time of like real big stars, you know, like when Lady Gaga, Madonna, you know, Britney, like these big icons. That's kind of the last kind of time. Like then it was Taylor Swift, of course, but like it used to be a thing. Like your artists were like idols, and then now it's
Right.
kind of just like they're just like us, you know. I want to see them on TikTok and like communicate with them. It just was like that time. It was such a different, you know.
I guess with like streaming, like anyone can put out a song. So there's like, I guess, a billion times more artists that you could be huge fans of.
Yeah.
So
there,
like that big giant machine is almost. You're right. I can't think of someone really currently.
And no one's putting the money into like artists like that. Like when, you know, they call it the all-in artists. When like Lady Gaga's like, here's, you know, your budget, and you're like in the millions. Whereas like now you maybe get like a $60 advance to help you get some photos done on your phone. Yeah.
Go buy a ring light.
Yeah,
good luck.
Get to work. Yeah.
Yeah. What is the LA grind like? Because I know like we talk a lot about the Nashville grind too.
Yeah.
And how it's just all consuming. So what is like in your experience, what was that like?
It was a lot more of the live scene when I was there. It was, and the experience was like, it was, people were always in a part of like, there's always so many parties and so many people were involved with like, they knew everybody knows everybody, you know, like someone knows, like I just dropped, like, I know Lady Gaga's manager, you know, that was a very LA thing. Everybody knew somebody or works in the industry at the top, and it's kind of like that. So it's all about connections, I think, is really a big thing. And then those connections can help you get into the right room to get what you need, like whatever you're looking for, whether it's like an agent or music placements or like what that kind of thing. You get into rooms with people that can help you kind of get there quicker or are the guys that do it, So I found it was good because it is everybody is in the industry, Whereas like a lot of time in Canada, there's not a lot, we have a small community, so we have artist friends or people in bands and stuff that do it, but there I think it's all kind of entertainment consuming, kind of everybody's doing something in the business, Yeah. Whereas
it's a bigger entertainment town, I would say, than Nashville is, because it's all entertainment.
Yeah, it's everything, right? Movies and like anything goes there. So yeah, it's that was the thing. It was like very entertainment focused, and everybody was doing something in the industry of some sort, Yeah.
Did you, when you decided to move, was it very like COVID's making you kind of want to move home and stay?
No, it's because I met my wife and she was here.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Love. Yuck.
Yeah, just like ruins everything.
Yeah, now you're married with 2 really cute freaking children.
What a life. Yeah. No, I met her and I was going back and forth a lot. And then during COVID, we're on lockdown, and then we actually ended up getting married during COVID and sealed the deal after 10 years. So, so we had a COVID wedding, and just like my contacts, like still have a lot of contacts in LA. I'm actually going there next month, and a lot of them moved to Texas or Vegas now, and just the cost of living is so high, and like people are kind of adjusting from that. I found like COVID really pulled the plug on a lot of people. If they wanted to go somewhere else, they kind of had to. And I just my people I'm working with now, a lot of them are here, so I my whole position's changed, which is kind of, I've always gone back and forth to Alberta and stuff, so it's nice to change the focus that I'm working here too. There's a lot more, there's a lot of opportunities in Canada, and I wasn't really taking advantage of that before. So
that's fair.
Yeah, I'm learning a lot about that, and I missed out on some things. Yeah. So I'm going to get it now. Yeah.
Especially in Alberta, there's always like country, especially going into the country side of the genre or of the music. There's definitely probably a lot more opportunities in Calgary for that.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. That was the thing when I would come home from like LA and just be like, it's just, that was the kind of the genre or folk alternative country kind of thing. And so I didn't work here a lot, I did a few things and stuff, and but yeah, it was mostly in the States. So
I'm interested in Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
Amy.
Saskatchewan. Amy.
So where did you grow? Like, where did you grow up?
I was
like, I didn't know. This is the first you've said. I assumed you were from Alberta, and that was it.
Yeah, I was born in North Battleford, Saskatchewan, and so both my parents are from Saskatchewan. My dad's from a family of 11. My mom is a smaller family, but her extended family is like huge. They're the Schultes, and then I'm on the Heffernan side, my dad's side. But both come from like Prince Albert area and like Humboldt area. And then so I only lived there for 2 years, but all my summers and like Easter breaks were spent on my grandma's farm or a cousin's acreage out there. My family's all farmers and stuff, so yeah, a lot of like I could walk on gravel with no shoes, learn to drive at 8. Smoking at 11. Yeah, so was a cousin that
smoking, drinking, and driving.
The cousin needed a ride. Yeah.
Yeah.
He drank.
I had to drive to church.
Yeah.
Drank too much. Holy.
Yeah. I've got 54 first cousins on one side, so when the cousins get together, it was always
54.
Yeah, like what parents? It was always like what parents? They're like, just go.
Yeah.
So it was very cousin heavy growing up, and which is awesome. Like I love my
That's
family.
so fun.
Yeah. And a lot of them are still
love that.
there. A lot of them moved to Alberta now, but yeah.
Okay.
So I go back and forth.
Did your parents, so one of your brothers is in the music business too, do your parents, like, growing up as farmers, were like, how the fuck did we raise musicians?
Yeah, my dad worked very hard to, like, you know, he had a engineering degree, like the first in his family, and yeah, he's the one that has 2 musicians. We're all like business owners, and like just like, dad helped us get started, all of us, which is very lucky. My dad's actually 80 now. He's actually downstairs right now with the grandkids. I'm youngest of 5 kids, and my dad calls me, I wasn't his idea, but God's idea. So
Do you know what that's called? Oops.
Yeah. I was the oops. I did it again. Yeah.
That's such a cute way of putting it.
That is really cute.
Thanks, Dad. It's very sweet. Yeah, but I know what you mean. But I'm the favorite. Like, who are we kidding? Yeah.
Usually, I feel like the youngest child often is.
Exactly.
In my family, it's the middle child, weirdly enough.
Oh, yeah?
Because you're the middle child.
I'm the oldest.
Oh, yeah.
I think you're the favorite.
No.
No, I'm the only child, so I'm both the favorite and the least favorite.
Oh, yeah.
All the day.
All of the above.
It depends on the day.
Yeah, exactly right. But I did discover that Madonna is related to me through my mom. Did you know that?
What?
Madonna's mom is French Canadian, and she passed away when Madonna was like 7 or 8. But through my mom's side, I think we're in the 4th or 5th cousin. If you see any pictures of me on the internet, I've got a gap. Who else has got a gap? Madonna. But yeah, we are.
That's how you know.
I don't know any paperwork or anything, but no, actually, I have a cousin that did discover that she's on our family tree. And
well, that's cool.
And Lisa Leblanc. Yeah. Lisa Leblanc.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love Lisa Leblanc.
Didn't know we were amongst royalty.
Right?
Oh shit!
I just discovered all this. And my mind's been blown. I'm like, I gotta
hair.
write a letter to somebody.
Maybe my respect.
Yeah, you know.
Dear Miss Madonna.
Dear cousin. Dear cousin. Matt.
My family tree is so big. We have all of that written down. Like, I know people who are my like relatives, and it's like, I'll be like, I think we're related, and we have this book we go to, and it's like, oh, there's your mom, and that's my mom's 3rd cousin, which makes
that's
you
very organized.
my 5th cousin. I know up to like some of my 7th or 8th cousins.
Wow.
Because my family's really very large too, and my parents coming together brought together 2 of the largest families in the area where I came from, which is a small area, which means I didn't date at home at all, because they're quite literally all my cousins. But
just in case, we do not date in this town. Yeah.
You are from a country song.
Christ, no.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just writing this down. Okay. Yeah.
Some writing notes.
Take it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just such a big family. I'm like, I assume I'm related to somebody until proven not.
Exactly. Yeah. You just like, just give them a swab, and then you're like, I'll call you in 6 weeks if we can continue.
We can date.
I've literally stopped my family members from dating each other because they had no idea.
No way.
God.
We should probably cut that part out.
No, we should not cut that out.
Anyway,
Jason, you're keeping that in.
I'm just writing this down. Okay. All right.
The song title is
Kissing
just
Cousins.
That's yucky.
This is really
Jenna, in brackets,
taking a turn. Oh, Lord.
It's so small.
How did we get here?
We got here because
Madonna.
Thanks, Madonna.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I feel like that's her. I blame Madonna.
I do too. She owes us all financial compensation.
Did you see she's getting sued? By her fans?
What?
Yeah. She's on tour right now. This is such an aside.
I heard her 5th cousins are responsible for it too.
No.
Watch out.
She's like on tour, and I think her show in Montreal, she was 2 hours late to her show.
But she always is. It
happens at every Madonna show.
I've been to 2 of her shows. There's a DJ, and then she shows up 2 hours later.
Like, I've been to a show too, and like, yeah, she's gonna be late, but her fans are doing like a class action suit.
Oh,
like, you're not a
Lord.
fan. You're not a fan.
Right? And like, and can you do that? Like,
They're
like,
doing it.
I think go.
Can you?
Yeah, that's interesting. Well, now I'm like, gotta be really on time.
Yeah.
Wow.
The only cities apparently she hasn't been late for are the ones that have strict curfew laws.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Come to Ontario and play.
She's been here before.
I know, it's pretty strict.
Yeah, she was also 2 hours late for that one.
Of course she is.
She just pays. She said on stage,
Oh,
I'm paying this fee.
Yeah. And then she has a Michael Jackson song that comes on, and that's how you know she's coming on stage. It's a care which one. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's every time. It's like, do they not know? Like, come on.
It's not. Fake fans.
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know how we got there.
She's related to fucking Madonna.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a Madonna.
Unhinged. All conversations lead back to Madonna.
Good clickbait, though.
Fresh in my mind right now. Sorry, guys.
So, you came back to country. You came to country music.
Yes,
Let's get back to music.
It's been a ride. Yeah. No, it's been good. And I'm very excited about this single. It's a special song to me. I wrote it shortly after meeting my wife. I was in LA. I was coming back for Christmas to Calgary, and I didn't have any money, and so I wanted to impress her, so I wrote her the song.
Just fuckboy energy.
I know, right? Holy fuckboy energy. We took on my song, and then I just like played it in front of her.
I think it's adorable.
I wrote you a song.
Yeah, what else are you gonna write about when you're in love, And it's like, when you're like that initial spark thing, it's just like it's very addicting. Yeah, and that's what I kind of wrote about it. Now I kind of want to do a version of it 10 years later after 2 kids. How it is very, very far from perfect, but it's perfect for us.
That would be really cute, though.
Yeah.
You should do the music video. Maybe not with your kids because that's really personal, but something along that line would be really cute.
Let's dress my kids up like me, and they can lip sync. Not the video.
Okay, if you're trying to lure people in on TikTok, that would freaking do it.
I think I got it. We're working on it. They're very musical kids already, so.
Are they?
Yeah. So.
As in they smash their toys off of everything, or they have rhythm?
They have rhythm. And they're like learning to find the pitch and the singing and humming along to everything. Yeah.
That must be really cool to watch.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, exactly. Oh, no. Yeah. It is. I think music's such a...
Become a trio.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, okay, there we go, guys. Mom and Jerry is kicking in strong. Let's go. Yeah. Don't wear that. What are you wearing? Yeah. Let's go. In the car, we're on the road. Yeah. You don't need school. Yeah.
Nope.
You have your talent. Can't wait.
Grandpa's like, go to
school. Yeah, please go to school. Yeah. Be nothing like your mom. Be like the other one.
So I feel like the country music side is giving you a little bit more of an opportunity to like share like stories and your experiences a little bit more.
Yes.
I don't want to say creatively, but there's just a little bit more depth to it, right? And you can share the very specific things that you've got to experience in your life.
Yeah, it's very much about like the music. Like when I was saying, pop's got that image thing, and which I think is very important too in all aspects of being an artist. But I think it's a lot about the song and being able to really promote the song and take time with the song, and really I think it's a different thing than in most genres, but country's got the very special place for the song and a lot of opportunities to share it, like radio is more friendlier, I find, and like and more markets to be able to get into these things, and shows all the time, and like festivals, and there's just way more opportunity, I think, also, especially in Canada, of growing your audience and being able to share about the song. And so,
let's talk about the Calgary music scene, because you get to play out and about quite a bit at the King Eddie, the Prairie Emporium. Thank goodness we have Dan Clapson with those Blue Jay sessions.
Yeah, the Blue Jay sessions are awesome. Yeah, really,
so cool.
Really builds the community and like meeting artists that you typically wouldn't, And it's growing. It's growing from like some people from Manitoba come, or Saskatchewan, Vancouver. and some Ontario artists I've met too, like, because he does pop-ups, so it really gives you, because it's pretty intimate. You're sharing these stories with 3 or 4 other artists, and so you really get to know people, and I think it's really special. And
that's how we met.
Yeah, that's right.
Blue Jay session.
That's right.
You weren't there.
I wasn't there.
You weren't there.
That really, really pretty brewery in London.
Oh,
Ontario.
yeah.
All the lights, and I mean, it was right before Christmas, so it was done up for Christmas. But that was so freaking cute.
That was my first time going to CCMAs as well.
Same.
Yeah. Oh, was it?
Yeah.
How long has Front Porch been around for?
Since 2014.
Wow.
No. That's when I started working in music.
That's when you were born.
Was so confidently wrong.
Since 2018.
2018.
That's right. Okay,
what the fuck?
I started working in marketing in 20. Oh man.
Oh my god.
I
hate myself.
2014-ish. It started. No,
No,
I know.
Not so funny.
Cute.
That is so funny. But yeah, 2020 was our first CCMAs.
Really? Hey?
Yeah. It was a lot of people's first CCMAs that year.
Was it? Yeah.
There's a lot of new folks coming in that year.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting. But you were our first interaction, Meg and I, that was
That's
not
right.
each other.
Because you were sitting behind me and I made you hold my guitar, right?
Yeah. You really got a bathroom and you almost took it with you, and then Meg was like, I'll hold it.
She didn't move.
I'm right here.
She didn't move, like, you held my guitar for... Yeah, she's like, I can't move.
Drop this.
Yeah. Poor thing. So bad, but...
That's so funny.
Thank you.
No.
Thank you for doing that.
It was the best.
Yeah.
It was the best.
That's wild. That was only a few years ago.
Yeah, I know. And then we had Hamilton, Calgary, and Hamilton. Yeah.
Calgary was so nice.
Right?
Calgary was fun.
I think
must have been nice for you.
It's awesome. Yeah, it saved a lot of money.
Experience, yeah.
Yeah.
But it is kind of like nice when you aren't home too, right? It's a different experience. Like, you're definitely more involved, because when you have to take breaks and, like, you're coming home, you're home,
Yeah.
You're kind of in your zone, and you're like, you kind of want to be out of your zone for these conferences. So it is nice when it's a little bit out of the way, but yeah. But Calgary is such a great city for CCMAs. It's built for it.
I love Calgary.
Yeah.
Love Calgary.
It's really off to Edmonton as well.
And so let's go to Edmonton this year. Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Edmonton's not my favorite place, but that's okay.
I know. I grew up in Fort Mac, so Edmonton was the closest city, and then
true.
But then we lived in Calgary, so it's a little bit different.
It is.
Yeah.
Calgary is really cool. The downtown is so nice,
and
they're, like, accessible, and they have scooters. So
they have scooters.
That's why we like it.
Yeah.
Super helpful.
It's changed. It's changed a lot, like, for the better. Like, it's really becoming a city. It's, yeah. It was a small town feeling for years, and now it's, like, becoming a city with that small town feel still. But
a little bit. Yeah. No, we love talking about, like, how the fuck did we get to where we are?
Right.
That's why.
Yeah. What like, how many decisions I've made in my life to get me here, and to, I've been doing music for full time probably since 2010. So, it's like,
that's great.
A lot of these little moves that, and, like, I haven't had my, big break. Yeah, but I've had a lot of, like, really nice breaks along the way, and I think that it's like that, what do they call it, the 15-year overnight success kind of thing. So
yeah,
I'm not even there yet, so we got time.
There's not too many overnight successes.
Yeah, it's the 15-year, doing all those little things to get you, to be seen in those big markets, and So.
I think there's something to be said too about, like, not calling it, like, slow growth, but, like, the gradual.
Yeah, it's the grassroots.
Like,
yeah.
The faster you go up, the faster you go down, right? So,
yeah.
Quite frequently. So, like, that nice, like, slow build is more sustainable anyways, right?
Yeah, and, like, just taking your time. I think there's a lot of, like, it's a lot of pressure, as an artist, to what's your next thing. Like, as soon as you do one thing, it's like, what's next? And you're like, let me just like soak this in for a minute and, like, make sure I do this right. because once you move on, you leave it behind, you know, and that's something I'm trying to really be more in the moment and like enjoy it and like work hard on it, and then, you know, because the next idea always comes, but you gotta have to be in the moment to get there still too, right? Otherwise, it's just kind of, you know, you're always on the next, and you don't really get as deep as you can.
Is that the LA in you that is like forgets about like living in the moment? Maybe,
yeah. It's the next, and that's kind of the pop world too.
Yeah.
Well, success is also kind of like subjective too. Like, you know, everyone thinks success means selling out arenas and all that, but there's a lot, you know, there's people who are really successful artists who do it full time and are, you know, fantastic.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't get me wrong. When it's time for Amy have to sell out an arena, I'll be there.
Oh, same. Yeah. No, I'll be calling you guys. I sold an arena. I'm 2 hours late. Yeah.
I'm suing you.
Yeah.
Well,
Amy, what's coming up next for you?
I've got some shows coming up, and I going to write in LA for a little bit. Couple sessions there, and I've got another remix of Perfect coming out. It's going to be more of an acoustic wedding kind of vibe. It's a romantic song. I've played this song at a lot of weddings. I've even been flown out to New Zealand to play it as she walks down the aisle. It's like It's a very special like love song that I think people, you know, it's very like uniquely like people that are in that feeling love it and jump to it, and that's kind of like the, you know, the wedding vibes to it. So I'm looking forward to getting that out there too, but it'll be a little bit of time and the moment right, and we'll get a little wedding version, and we're gonna go to radio with Far From Perfect as well. So
love it.
Yeah, and then be going to the CCMAs and yeah, exactly.
It'll be September again.
And then in September, and then next year. Yeah.
I know.
It's just...
Well, Amy, we love you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome to the front porch anytime.
Next time, bring your children.
Yeah. Yes, I will.
I'll hold one.
Yeah, no,
only one at a time.
Come over next time. When you're in Alberta, you have to come over for a drink.
Yes, please.
Yes.
When it's not dry January.
Yeah.
No. Absolutely no dry January in this house. When you have children, there's no dry January.
There's no dry anything.
Nothing is dry in this house. Yeah.
On that note.
Yeah. Love you guys. Thank you for having me.
Right.
Cheers.
Thanks for listening to another episode of On the Porch with Front Porch Music. We're so lucky to be able to chat with artists and make episodes like this one. If you like the podcast, remember to rate and review us, and subscribe so you don't miss an episode. It's the easiest way to support the show. Remember to check out frontporchmusic.ca to keep up with new music releases, exclusive artist interviews, and more. We'll catch you again on The Porch in a couple of weeks. On The Porch is hosted by Logan Miller and Jenna Weiser, and produced and edited by Jason Saunders. That's me. Our theme song was written, produced, and performed by Owen Wrigley.
Cut out that weird
pop
part
rock
there.
on the front porch. Da 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 da.